So, switching topics a little bit, I have to ask you at least one trans-related question because this is T-rated.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like trans women and gay men have the best track record of supporting each other?
That's actually really hard. I feel like I want to say no.
Why?
That's the thing I'm trying to think.
Not why we don't, but
Right.
Why do you say that you don't feel like we do?
I think, I don't know, from what I've seen, not necessarily experienced, but from what I've seen, sometimes there can be almost like a competition, a little bit, where it's just kind of like, I can't even name where it is, but
What side do you feel like the competition comes from?
Like on which
It's
side?
both sides.
I think sometimes it can be both sided. Mm-hmm. But I think it's more so when it comes to the more femme gays, more than some of like the more masculine or whatever. But I think with like the femme gays and transgender, I think sometimes it can get like it can almost become like a competition. Where it's like, it's kind of weird.
What are they competing for?
That's the thing. I don't know. Because you have some, femme gay men who, they dress, they wear heels, but they don't want to be trans.
Yeah, they're a dude.
Right. So I think it's like, I can't really say, because that's not my case. Because my relationship with like trans females, trans males and stuff like that is more so like, I don't know. It's a little different. Like, for instance, I have a transgender friend, and she's like my sister. Like, I look at her like my own sister. So my relationships are a little bit different. But from what I see, I feel like the more femme gays and trans usually have a little competition.
With each other. Yeah. I feel like part of it comes because a lot of to lean into what you were saying already. There's a lot of gay men, because I think this firsthand from different men that I've talked to. For example, I used to have this guy friend, and people knew that he would date trans women, and so he would get messages all the time from gay men, and not necessarily super effeminate gay men, but just a lot of time effeminate gay men, but just kind of gay in the sense of you knew they were gay. Which I feel like is me stereotyping, but y'all know what I'm saying. But they would message him, and when he would reject them, one of their comebacks would always be, well, you fuck with trans women, what's the difference? And so it's
I think it's a jealousy thing.
Yeah. I think part of it can be jealousy, but I think part of it too can just be a lot of gay men fetishize straight men and the masculinity that comes with that, and they feel like the men that are typically attracted to trans women exude that more than, I guess, the type of men that they may usually get.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Where it's more so, because sometimes I feel like when it comes to femme gay men who don't want to be trans, they can't. There's a lot of people that go after heterosexual men that go after the fantasy of being with a trans, and as a femme gay man, you can't get that type of man because you're not trans.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes that can.
I don't know. Some of them you can get. Cause maybe y'all in the right place because you can definitely get some of them.
But yeah, it comes a competition where it's you want that type of experience, but it's not. Oh, I don't know how to say.
Do you feel no? Say what you're gonna say.
I was gonna be because it's just when it comes to certain, fantasies, it's you're not that special.
What do you mean?
You're not trans. So it's you're not going to get that treatment. So then it's if you have a trans friend or something, now you mad at her, you're jealous.
Because you see them getting treated the way you would like to be treated.
Right. She's going to Dubai and you ain't even got a passport. So you're jealous now. You're jealous now. And somebody's paying for it? You're mad.